We are back with another Dexter Resurrection theory. Will Dexter be impersonating the Dark Passenger Killer? Let's talk about it. I'm Pamela, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel because we're going to be doing non-stop Dexter content throughout the entire season of Dexter Resurrection. I have to give a quick shout out to a few people who gave me this idea for this theory. So shout out to Longman J and Lee Walter for suggesting this theory, and they are not the only ones. A lot of you guys are in my comment section talking about this theory about Dexter impersonating the Dark Passenger Killer. And I think it's such a great theory, and I have some thoughts on it, so gonna share it with you guys today. Please leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts if you have anything else to add to this theory. So as we know, we have Ronald Schmidt, aka Red, aka the Dark Passenger Killer. And we know from episode 2, Lesson Kamara's friend who survived the Dark Passenger Killer says that Dexter actually looks a lot like him. They're about the same size, both white men, same color hair, and he literally says to Dexter, if you were a serial killer wearing a hoodie, you would look like him. And I thought it was so funny, Dexter's response to that was, hey, I don't wear a hoodie. So like, he wasn't denying that he's a serial killer. So episode 4 is called Call Me Red. And my initial thought on that episode title was just that is the episode that Dexter's going to kill him. But what if it actually means that is the episode that he meets Leon Prater? So we know that Leon Prater is collecting these serial killers, and Dexter is going to be one of them. He's going to be joining the group. And I do still think that episode 4 is when Red is going to die. It could be episode 3, who knows, but definitely by episode 4, Dexter's going to kill Red, and episode 4 is probably when he meets Prater, and he's gonna pretend to be Red, aka the Dark Passenger Killer, and that's why the title is called Call Me Red. Like, hello, it's all connecting. I can't believe I didn't see this sooner. So after episode 1 and 2 premiered, we did get a trailer for what to expect during the season, and I did do a breakdown for that if you want to check that out as well. But in the trailer, he goes to Red's apartment and finds his trophies. His trophies are the licenses of all of his victims. We know that he's killing drivers, and we also know that Charlie left Red an invitation to join the group. So when Dexter finds his trophies, he's probably also going to find the invitation, and that is what's going to lead him to infiltrate Leon Prater's group. So ever since we got the full-length trailer or just info about the season, I've been wondering, what is Dexter's role with this group with other serial killers? And it's all making sense now. Because as we know, Dexter has a code. He doesn't kill innocent people, but I think it's safe to assume most of these other serial killers in Prater's group don't follow a code. I do think Lady Vengeance might follow a code, which we'll talk about a little bit later in this video, but what is Dexter doing hanging out with these serial killers? I think he's going to find this invitation, learn about a group of serial killers, and it's going to be like a kid in a candy store. He's going to have all of these killers to pick off one by one. And in the trailer I just referenced, Dexter does seem to take out Neil Patrick Harris's character. His name is Lowell, aka the Tattoo Collector. And throughout some of the trailers and the set images, some of the clips throughout the promos, Dexter is constantly wearing a hoodie, which is the Dark Passenger Killer's signature outfit. And the fact that we already know he looks a lot like Red, it's really just all coming together right now. So if you notice from the trailers and the promos and stuff, Dexter is always in a hoodie when he's with Prater and the others a part of the group. When he meets Prater, he's wearing a hoodie. We have a set image of him out with Neil Patrick Harris's character. Dexter's in a hoodie. And also when he's in Central Park with Charlie, he's wearing a hoodie with the hood up and sunglasses. And I find that interesting because when we initially got those set images months ago and we broke them down here on the channel, I was wondering why it looks like Dexter is sometimes in hiding and sometimes not. You know, why is he on a jog with Lady Vengeance in Central Park, not in hiding, but then he's with Charlie in Central Park in a hoodie and sunglasses and a hat, and it looks like he's hiding. And before the season started, it made me wonder, like, is it known that he's the Bay Harbor Butcher? Like, if it was known on the news that Dexter Morgan might be the Butcher, then it would make sense why he would be in hiding, but he's not. He's legally resurrected. Batista got his identity back for him, and no one knows that he's the Butcher apart from Batista, who I do believe is on to him. And in the trailer, he's in Red's apartment. We now know that this is Red's apartment. He's in the whole getup, and he says to Harry, "How do I look?" So this is him preparing to impersonate Red, infiltrate Prater's group. And in the full-length trailer, I believe, Prater says to Dexter something like, "I've been eager to meet you." And I wondered before, how would Prater know that Dexter is the Butcher? He would only know if it was like public knowledge all over the news, but it's not. So it, like I said, it's just all making sense now. Prater was inviting Red, the Dark Passenger Killer, into the group. He thinks Dexter's the Dark Passenger Killer, and that is why he's saying, "I've been eager to meet you." He has no knowledge of who Dexter Morgan is and if he's the Bay Harbor Butcher. And we've all been wondering, why would Dexter join this group of killers who don't necessarily follow the same code as him? And he's not joining them, he's infiltrating them. He's gonna pick them off one by one. But that does bring me to Lady Vengeance. We know from a bunch of set images that it looks like he develops a friendship with her. They hang out often, just one-on-one. And with a name like Lady Vengeance, I kind of feel like she follows a similar code to Dexter. She might be getting revenge on some bad men who do bad things. Maybe they kill women, maybe they take advantage of women. But now I'm wondering, if she does have a similar code to Dexter, will she think that he's the Dark Passenger Killer who kills innocent people? Or is he going to be honest with her and tell her his true identity? Is she going to end up being sort of a love interest for him? And I think it's so funny that Dexter was upset that Red goes by his name. He said he stole my name, the Dark Passenger Killer, and he refuses to call him the Dark Passenger Killer. He's choosing to call him the Imposter. But now it's funny because he's literally going to be impersonating the Imposter, the Dark Passenger Killer. It's just so funny to me. I'm already enjoying the season so much. A lot of good humor sprinkled throughout, like, you know, the darkness of the story. So like I said, because episode 4 is called Call Me Red, I don't think Dexter's going to meet Prater until episode 4. We might meet him as the audience in episode 3, I'm hoping. You know, maybe we'll see that little interview clip that we saw from the trailer. Maybe we'll see him at the Rich People Gala that Harrison said is being held at the hotel next week. So maybe we'll get to see a little bit of Prater in episode 3, but I don't think Dexter meets him until episode 4. And that will give us at least 7 more episodes where Dexter is a part of this group, picking them off one by one. We know that we have at least 4 other serial killers in the group. They go by the names Rapunzel, the Gemini Killer, the Tattoo Collector, and Lady Vengeance. And we know from the trailer it looks like he's going to take out the Tattoo Collector. I'm sure he's definitely going to kill the other 2 men in the group, but like I said, with Lady Vengeance, might be a different story. They seem to form some sort of relationship, whether it's just platonic, romantic, I don't know. Only time will tell, but I like KRYSTEN Ritter, and I'm hoping that she might get to stick around for a little bit longer, maybe lead us into season 2. Also, like I said in my episode 2 breakdown, I do feel like Blessing Kamara is going to die. The Dark Passenger Killer is probably going to kill him. It's one of those things where he's this character that we start to care for. Dexter develops a friendship with him, and unfortunately he's probably going to die by episode 4. And that's only going to motivate Dexter further to kill the Dark Passenger Killer. Also, in the new trailer that we got for what to expect on this season, Dexter is in a car talking to someone, and he says something like, "If I am who you think I am, this won't end well for you." And I was wondering who he could be talking to. I thought maybe Batista, but I feel like it's a little misleading, like they want you to think it's Batista. But what if it's Charlie? We know that Charlie is former special ops. She's very intelligent. Maybe she figures out Dexter is not who he's saying he is, that he's actually Dexter Morgan rather than Ronald Schmidt. And she figures him out, and by him saying, "If I am who you say I am, this won't end well for you," it's because he kills killers. And Charlie is a killer, which we saw in episode 2 when she killed Keith. But that is it for today. Just a quick theory that I'm seeing a lot of people drop in my comment section. So thank you guys so much, seriously, for letting me know your thoughts, giving me some ideas and inspiration for future videos. Keep it coming, please. Let me know any theories or thoughts that you might have, any predictions, and if I'm into it, I will do another video for it, possibly give you a shout out. And please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on all notifications so that you don't miss out on future Dexter videos, because the videos will not stop as long as the season is airing. Please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and I will see you guys next time.